How we doing so far, guys? Hello, how you doing? Getting a little slow off the ground today, but we'll get to it. Let's listen back to that. Hello, Chris. How are you? Sweet nectar of the gods. Okay. Hello, Kenny. How are you? All right. Right on. We actually played it a lot yesterday. Today is going to be the tone demo portion of the Unbiased Gear review. So, those of you guys that have seen me actually do some amp reviews on the channel know that, you know, this is the part where the camera is set up facing the amp directly and I'm just talking a bunch of bullshit, twisting a few knobs, etc. So, excuse me, we're going to get this thing all set up, all ready to go. Let's turn that off. Putting all the knobs at noon so that it's just a little bit easier to work with. I am not going to do that with the master, though. So, as was evidenced yesterday, this thing sounds pretty fucking legit. I was not at all expecting it to sound as kick-ass as it did, but lo and behold... So that is the file from yesterday. That is the tune. Appreciate you saying so, my friend. Set up a little extra light here. Sort of illuminate this just a little bit more. that's not so bad. How about if I do this? Yeah, that's got to come up a little. Okay. All right, so grab the old Git fiddle here. Grab a pick. All right. Hello, hello, Stangfinger. Hello, McLeod. Tuning song. Let's do this shit for real. So as is always the case, we are doing this tone... Shit, wow. Do this shit for real, dude. So as is always the case, for the tone demo of this head, we are going to be utilizing my Framus television model, which is loaded with Seymour Duncan Alnico 2 Pros for those warm lows and those crisp, clean highs. So, let's just get right on into it. You know what we've got to do, because if we don't do it, there's going to be people bitching in the comment section. So let's do this clean demo. I don't want to do it. A lot of you don't want me to do it. We're going to do it anyway. All the knobs set to noon. As you can hear, the tone control acts as a brightness switch on channel number 1. Actually on tap there. Just for gits and shiggles, let's hit high gain and see what happens. So even though it's channel 1, technically the clean channel, there is a lot of gain that is on tap here. If I was looking for a clean sound, I gotta be honest, that would be the kind of tone I would be looking for right there. Something extremely, extremely chimey, but with just a little hint of breakup. Not bad, but that's not why we're here. So that's just with the knobs set all the way new. We're going to pump up the volume on this channel just a little bit here. Saturation with that high gain switch. Also, it should be noted right now, this has the mid scooped out because of that tone button. And instantly, before I even play another note, you can definitely hear it gets a little bit more of that mid-range honk to it. Control set to 6, getting some pretty kind of standard fare high gain tones, not too shabby at all. Scoop the mids. That is definitely more to my liking. Let's dial that back a little bit more. Let's pump up the treble a little bit. Really liking that a lot. Let's mess with the presence a little bit more. Digging that. I've got the treble maxed out. The treble is dime. The presence I've brought back a little bit. And having the mid scooped both times. The mid is brought down a little bit here with the mid control being just below 4 and the tone switch being engaged, which on channel 2 scoops the mids. I'm really kind of digging this. Kind of a really kick-ass classic metal tone there. Depth at noon. That's what cranking the bass does on this. Let's, just for gits and shiggles, dime both. Still not really losing complete control of the low end there. I kind of like that a lot. So one thing I definitely was made aware of when I was recording the demo song for this video, you have to be very, very aware of where you've got the depth and the bass for the channels that you're using, because when you go to record, this thing pumps out a lot of low end, and especially if you're multi-tracking, low end plus low end plus low end plus low end, you're going to get something big and boomy and not at all enjoyable to listen to. So you need to be making sure that when you go back to double track and quad track, whatever you like to do, it's okay to dial back the low end on this, because you still get a good amount of tight, defined chunkus, which is awesome. But let's go to the brutes. So, before anyone says, oh, I know this is a typical Engl, it's probably got 4 channels, right? No, this entire bottom portion right here is all channel 3. There's a lot of knobs here, a lot of tinkering we can do, a lot of stuff we can mess with. Even more low end on tap there. Bring that back a little bit. Before we get into these low mid and high mid controls and how there's 4 of them, let us play around with this treble knob just a little bit. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. So, what we've got going on with the mid-range on this, because as you guys can see, there's 4 mid controls. So there's 2 for high mid and there's 2 for low mid. Wow, let me do that one again. There's 2 for high mid and there's 2 for low mid. There's also a switch in between them that goes between the different high mids and between the different low mids. Now, the ones with the blue lights have a certain cue sort of frequency range to them, and the ones with the red light have a different frequency range between them. One is substantially thinner, the other one is substantially wider. So that if you want to really get in there and really fine-tune and tailor your sound with the mid-range especially so that it sits perfectly in the mix, you can absolutely do that. Even just at noon, as you can hear, that makes a world of difference. And on channel 3, this tone switch doesn't act as a mid scoop, doesn't act as a brightness switch. It acts as yet another way of changing the overall sound of that mid-range. So this acts as sort of like a mid-range character switch. Hit it. To me, that's a little bit too much gain, to be honest with you. Because we have to give it the black metal test. And it passes. Sounds really, really awesome. So, in the low mid, I tend to find myself preferring the red light one. To me, I feel like it just makes the low mids a little bit more punchy and more defined. Especially when you're scooping them out, like I'm kind of doing here. I've kind of got it dialed back ever so slightly. Which will work wonders when I go back to record some stuff. Like, that is creating a nice little pocket that a bass guitar can sit in the mix. But I'll be honest with you, like for the high mid, I kind of prefer this one right here because it's a little fuller. And in the high mids, I'm kind of really, really digging having a little bit extra oomph in the high mid section up there. But remember what I was saying, you want to keep an eye on the depth punch knob and also the bass knob too, because hey guys, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. But remember what I was referring to earlier. You want to keep your eye on the depth punch knob and the bass of whatever channel you're using, because if you go to record and you're multi-tracking, that is going to be like way too much. Like where it's at right now, this is way too much when I was recording earlier. So having the depth punch brought up a little bit is fine, but let's bring back the bass. That's a little bit too much. Like right here, this is kind of a perfect little tone setting that I found when I was recording the demo song, because everything just tended to sit really, really nicely, and you weren't getting like a super boomy low end out of it. The high end wasn't super like shrill or anything. Bringing back the gain a little bit though. Just for a little bit more clarity. This thing is sounding pretty awesome at this setting. And there it is, guys. There's the tone demo. Calling it at that. There was that. Right as this light right here died out. I'm sure that'll be noticeable on the finished video. But yeah, dude. Pretty kick-ass little unit. All right. All right, now that I've done all that shit, let's go through and actually follow up on all the stuff that was going on in chat. I agree, Chris. Like, I'll be honest with you, Chris, the Invader was probably the like the one time that I've had, and I need to preface this by saying the one time that I've had an opportunity to play through an Invader was the one time I was like woefully, like unimpressed with an Engl. I did not like that Invader at all. I did not like the mid-range character that it had. Just wasn't sitting right with me at all. And this amp to me is kind of solving the problem that I had with the Invader. I'm really digging how the mid-range is much more tailorable. You can figure shit out, you can get it working exactly how you want it to. You can mix and match a little bit. You don't need to have something that's super pristine and scalpel like if you don't want to. If you want a big full mid-range, you can do it. If you want something that is really scooped and pristine, you can do that. If you want something that's kind of in between, you can do that as well. And for that reason, I'm calling this amp a winner for sure. I really dig this amp. Alright, let's put in the SD card into the Mac. Yeah, the Granifier is a good plugin, Professor. How you doing? All right, so now gotta get my go juice flowing a little bit. I actually, believe it or not, I've already come and gone from running an errand this morning. I took my whatchamacallit, I took my PV Ultra to my amp tech here because for those of you guys that remember from a recent stream, was doing a little squeal, and we don't like that shit at all. Oh, good. "20-minute tone demo." We're definitely going to be whittling that down a little bit. Oh, do not tell me that it wasn't focused. I'm going to be so mad. All right, now let's bounce these tracks. Yeah, dude, the Granifier is a really solid amp sim. I'll be honest, though, not my favorite from Neural. Like, to me, I get way more satisfying results out of the Fort and Cali plugin. But that's just me, though. If you're playing it and you're getting something that sounds absolutely kick-ass, then please continue to play it and continue to mess with it, because it really is a solid kick-ass preamp. Or preamp? Amp sim. That's what I meant to say. Damn it. Alright. Hey, how's it going? The Nolly is good, but you've got to kind of understand that, like, the different amps that are on those archetype models serve purposes a lot more than, you know, like what's the best way to describe this? Like, the different amps that you will find on the different archetype Neural DSP plugins all serve certain select functions, whereas with like the Fortin Nameless Suite, the Granifier, etc., It's almost like what they, or even the parallax for that matter, it's like what they tried to do was they tried to make a plugin that was just one solid unit that could do pretty much anything you could want it to do. Whereas the archetypes are a bunch of different amp models that are all meant to serve these select functions. So it can be a little daunting sometimes with those archetypes, but I love them all the same. I love the Nolly plugin the best out of all the archetype ones. I love that one. All right, time to bounce. Tones. All right. So what's up, guys? How the hell are you? Right now, we're just kind of importing these tracks into here. We've got a lot of videos that we can fuck with today that we can edit. So we've got the LTD Viper video that we just did. We've got the most recent IFAC that we did yesterday, and we've got the Engl Steve Morse video that we were working on yesterday as well. All right, I've got that on there twice for no reason. Let's get rid of that. Did I try the Plini? I liked the Plini, but it really isn't my style necessarily. That being said, that's another one where, like, it's one of those things that is kind of deceptively not extreme. You can definitely get some awesome, badass extreme metal tones out of it. Let me pull this up real fast. And I apologize if the stream might be running a little slow. I kind of have a lot going on right now. See, I'm not going to go super duper in depth with what every single knob does and all the nooks and crannies of the. All right, let's get that out of there. And now I'm going to also post it in the YouTube chat too, but here is the link to the time I tried out the Archetype Plini. Ah. Getting there for sure. Alright, so we're just letting these files finish converting. Real quick, how the hell is everybody doing? Anyone listening to anything cool? When I was on my way to my amp tech today, I was listening to Lords of the Black, their new album, and that was some pretty fucking kick-ass classic power metal-ish stuff. It was really, really good. The singer really reminds me a little bit of Mark Bowles. And if you've never heard Mark Bowles, fantastic, absolutely killer metal singer. In my opinion, one of the best metal singers out there. Definitely worth looking into. He's performed on a bunch of stuff with like Yngwie and Tony McAlpine. And Lords of the Black, their singer kind of has a little bit of that same thing going on. Just a little bit. All right, now let's unmute that and mute that. And bounce another file. That was a pretty long tone demo, I'm not gonna lie. Those of you guys that are watching on YouTube, remember you can find me on twitch.tv/ArnoldPlaysGuitar. That is where we're streaming for the most part. And that, give me a follow there. That really, really means a lot to me. If you give me a follow, there's also, if you sub, that also actually puts a little bit of extra money into my pocket right now. I am unemployed right now, so that little extra little bit here or there definitely does go a long way. Also, tip. There is, if you go into the channel description of Twitch, there is a little tip button you can click on. There's also a little $sign icon in the chat for YouTube. Every little bit that you give goes a long frickin' way. Dude, welcome, Luca. How are you? Thank you so much for the follow. From the Nero tone? What are you referring to? Oh, from the demo song. Mashed Potato Brain? Okay. You mean from the LTD Viper video we recently just did? And Birch, that's a great band to start listening to. I love Archspire. So I didn't really... so far, we've got 2 new follows this stream. Thank you guys so much for Luca and Blood Twinkie. Appreciate you guys tuning in and checking me out. That means a hell of a lot. Billy Strings all day, every day. What's Billy's... Okay, what's Billy Strings? American guitarist and bluegrass musician. Pretty cool. Right on. Typically not my thing, but if dude's a badass, dude's a badass. Alright, convert to MP3, please. Let's wrap this up. Hello, Thomas. How you doing? So anyways, yeah, I took the PV Ultra to my amp tech today. Last time we tried firing it up on the stream, it was giving a sort of high-pitched squeal, and that was not awesome. So when I told him what the problem was, he says that his initial knee-jerk diagnosis would be to say that it sounds like a preamp tube is going bad. Hopefully that's it, because I don't really have the funds right now to fix something that is worse than that. So hopefully that's all it is just I need to swap the preamp tubes, because something like that I can probably fix. Arnold, sorry, not sure if the Wi-Fi at work is out, but the stream keeps freezing for me. Catch you next time. No problem. It honestly might be me, man, because I've got a few programs open right here. I've got Logic Pro and Final Cut Pro open, so it might be just causing some lag here. Plus, a little bit ago on my Twitch manager, it was telling me the bitrate was pretty low. So it might honestly be on my end. But see ya, Plasty. Cool for stopping by. I appreciate that. All right. Okay, and now one more track to bounce here. Review. Six Feet of Foreplay. All right, you've got me curious. Metal Archives. Death Metal, Death and Roll. Once Upon a Corpse. Who's in this band? Looks like a bunch of people that aren't really associated with another band. All right. Interesting. Death and Roll is definitely something that I can appreciate. I mean, if you don't appreciate Death and Roll, you can't really get into sort of mid-period Entombed. But also like bands like Raise Hell. I love Raise Hell. That was actually a very, very underrated band, if you ask me. Yeah, I hope there's nothing major with that amp, because man, I was trying to get a PV Ultra again for the longest time. PV Ultra was my first ever tube amp, and I really wanted to get one back, especially when, like, a few times that I had gotten to play one since after I had sold mine, I was like, man, I really shouldn't have gotten rid of this thing. And then finally getting the opportunity to get one again, I literally traded straight up my PV Triple X for it, and instantly I was like, fuck, I should have kept the PV Triple X. Which, do you know how painful it is for me to say that? But you know, it was sounding good before we had the before I had the issue with the squeal. Like, after I put back in the old preamp tubes, it sounded really, really good for a split second, for a few times that I had turned it on and really opened it up a little bit. The bias section has been rebuilt on the PV Ultra. It no longer takes 6L6 power amp tubes. It takes KT77s, because I fucking love KT77s. But in order to do that with that amp, my amp guy Jeremy, he basically had to completely rebuild the bias section, which is unfortunate. All right, let's see. You've got me intrigued, man. 6 Feet of Foreplay. Let's check it. Yeah, Spotify doesn't pay their artists dick, but It's one of those things where, like, what I like to do, like, if it's an artist I like supporting, I like to actually buy, like, if there's MP3s, I like to buy the MP3. If it's, hey, Twitch guys, did my stream just completely collapse? It's going super slow. Is it really laggy on your guys' end? I'm going to save this. I'm going to exit Logic Pro. Sure I am. What the fuck? Alright. Shit's just really laggy today. Do I want to save the changes? Yes, I do. Cool, there it is. Now maybe shit might work a little bit better. But, like, what I like to do is I like to buy the actual MP3s or buy the actual, like, vinyl or a t-shirt or an album from the band that I love. But then I'll still play the music on Spotify so that it feels like I'm double dipping a little bit. It feels like I'm not only giving a little bit of money to the artist that I'm trying to support, but it feels like I'm continuing to give them just a little bit, just a little bit. But let's check this out. Can you guys hear this at all? Just thought of something. Let me see here. I want to check something really fast. See if... Nope, none of that shit works. Interesting. We have ourselves a dilemma. Let me check something really fast here. Spotify in OBS.
Hey everyone, this is Tim from Your Six.
No. Hold on. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm just really quick looking up how to add Spotify to OBS. And I'm not seeing this. So that's going to be something that I research a little bit later on. You sent me something on Facebook? Let's go back and... All right. So I know you guys can't really hear it so much. Jedzre, I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce your name, so I apologize if I just butchered it. This is legit awesome stuff. Hey everybody. Like, if you have a chance, go check out this band because this is fucking killer. This little 4-track EP. I'm digging that a lot. I'm going to add that to my old stuff to check out playlist. Basically stuff from before this year. Sure I am, if it'll fucking work. God damn, that's some good stuff right there. You can hear it fairly well? That's cool. Oh, there we go. Okay, I found your message, Thomas. Let's pull it up real quick. So, those of you guys that are in the YouTube chat, this is Thomas's band. Hey, Chris, how the hell are you? I like the tone. Definitely suits that style a lot. Right on, dude. I have to confess, Thomas, I typically don't go for like the more stonery rock kind of stuff, but that was pretty good. If nothing else, I really, really love the guitar tone for sure. Any cool pop-ins from famous people? Just Chris Ray Tarpley earlier. It's about as famous. Oh, dude, I didn't even see that Justice chimed in. Dude, Justice, are you still here? You were literally the very first comment in chat, Justice, and I totally didn't even see it because it was above the little welcome message from YouTube. One thing can probably be said about Steve Morse, he really digs his mids. Goddamn right he really digs his mids. He's also very, very vocal about his disdain for what live music has become in terms of the overall mix. He detests how the kick drum is so present. Where was I going? I was going here to load those files. Shit, I just realized I closed out Logic Pro. Let me load that back up. I forgot to actually rip that song. I keep saying rip. It's bounce. All right, you good? Can we quit Final Cut Pro now and go back into Logic? Who dat? Who dat? Dude, thank you so goddamn much. I appreciate that. That is the first tip of the day, dudes. Thank you so much. $10, man. You literally just bought me some groceries later. I appreciate you. That right there is some puppy food. I love that. Here's a good question. The Neural DSP plugins, which would be the best in your opinion? Hands down, it's the Fort and Cali, in my opinion. I don't think, like, I'm going to be straight up honest with you. I don't believe that Neural DSP has made a bad plugin. But number one, if you're looking to do just straight up metal shit in general, like I like to do, I like the archetype plugins, but they're, in my opinion, much better for like layering different tones in. Or like if you need a melody line and you need a little extra like reverb or delay or something. Or if you actually need a clean tone. That's what I like to use the archetype plugins for. If you just want the brutes and the chugs and the power chords, any of the other ones that are not archetype, that are more rooted for guitar, are better options for you. The Fort and Cali is my absolute favorite one. Close second would be the Fort and Nameless suite, that first one that they came out with. Just beautiful. And the tone that you get from the Fort and Nameless is actually really similar to the tone you actually get from the Fort and Cali actual amp in real life. So I really, really love the Fort and Nameless as well. The Granifier is really, really sick. Admittedly, like, that's one of those things though, like a lot of people talk that the Granifier is this absolutely incredible amp plugin, and I love it. But yeah, exactly, the Omega one, I love it. And if you're looking for something like, okay, like if you were I don't know if you were watching yesterday, I can't remember, but like when we were doing the unbiased gear review and the different tones that we got from the Engl Steve Morse, if you dig that sort of sound, I would maybe recommend checking out the Granifier plugin, because that's in kind of the same ballpark. If you want a little bit more breakup than the, did I say the Fortin Granifier? The Omega Granifier plugin from Neural DSP. Or if you want something that's a little bit more breakup, like if you want something that totally sounds in the Randall Satan ballpark, go with the Fortin Natus. It's like all of the Fortin plugins are fucking awesome. It was great. But my opinion, the Fortin Kali plugin cannot be topped. And when Neural does eventually top it, I'm going to be shitting kittens. All right, so really quick, for those of you guys that are maybe just tuning in, or maybe it's not fresh in your mind, let's go back and let's listen to this song again. Came out pretty fucking great. Alright, now let's bounce it. So sorry, this is gonna probably get a little laggy again, but I kind of need this. Damn, everything's really laggy today. All right. Hey Dan, I'm sending you a text really quick because I have oh shit, hold on. Jules, thank you so much. Arpeggio, I appreciate that. I just now saw that you had sent me something. Thank you so goddamn much, dude. That is awesome. Getting myself some chicken wings with that. Hey Dan, I'm about to send you a message. Neural DSP Joyo Bantam. Now you're fucking... Oh, that's hilarious. We're back now? Alright, cool. Let's save that. Let's close Logic. Let's reopen Final Cut Pro and let's get to actually editing some of this shit. We actually have a lot to edit. I think out of all of the plugins that Neural makes, I think you're going to get the best results, Chris. I think you're going to get the best results for that kind of tone from the Granifier, to be honest with you. For sure. Okay. Thanks, Dan. Alright, 380 100s. What's up? If you had to... Oh, I see. If you had to pick 3 amps for your own custom archetype, what would they be? Dover DA50, 8100, and... Shit... What would the other one be? Damn, that's a good question on the third. That has got me stumped, actually. I don't know what I would have for the third amp, because there's, like... The Dover DA50 and the 8100 that I have here are unfuckwithable, and I absolutely could never ever part with them. Probably something super hot-rodded Marshall-y, but like, I kind of feel like the Fortin Nameless suite does that already, if that makes any sense. So that's a really goddamn tough call. That is a really tough call. Nah, see, the reason why I wouldn't say dual rec is because, to be honest, man, the dual rec just doesn't do enough for me. Like, don't get me wrong, it would be cool to have like my triple rec back again and put in KT77s again, but it's just like it's one of those things where like I feel like I've kind of moved on from that tone for the most part. Every so often it's cool to get something in here and be like, oh, okay, cool, I've got a new option. Like that Aura Amps Diamond pedal. To me, that does everything just fine. Oh, you know what I could probably... Okay, hear me out here. I just thought of something because we were just talking about third amp for the archetype. What if third amp for the archetype All right, dudes. All right. So I figured it out. All right. If I was to do a neural DSP archetype, Arnold plays guitar, these are the three amps that it would be: Dover DA50, Marshall 8100, and the Grindstein. There's my three amps right there. Dude, wouldn't that be the most metal as fuck archetype ever? That would be awesome. Like, okay, you've got the HM2 goodness, you've got something that oozes thrash metal mojo, and you've also got something that oozes modern high gain mojo. Dude, that's it right there. That's fucking it right there. Alright, you know what? If you find 2 seconds, you could check my new sound. I don't know if it's good or not. It's private on SoundCloud, so maybe you should message you on Facebook. Yeah, dude, message me on Facebook, message me on Instagram. I check Instagram more than Facebook these days, to be honest with you. Okay, this is kind of going for the silent recording route. The 5153 is a tad too loud and would be worse if I had to mic it. Yeah, someone did do a plugin for the DA50. It was the ML Sound Super Duper. I'm not at all opposed to actually checking that plugin out. Even though I was on Stay Metal Ray's video for that, I didn't actually play through the plugin. Like, I just sent Stay Metal Ray my my DI track, and he just reamped, basically. There is a giant HM2 shaped hole in the neural lineup, and I would absolutely love to fill that hole. That's what he said. But yeah, dude, like, for real, like, that would be an awesome archetype. That would be the most metal as fuck archetype from Neural DSP ever. Dover DA50, Marshall 8100, and a fucking Grindstein. Oh. That would rule so fucking hard. Anyways, all right. We've got 3 videos that we can edit right now. We've got the Engl Steve Morse, we've got the LTD Viper, And we've got an IFAC video. Let's see. Let's do the IFAC. Just to get it fucking done. So, let me check something here really fast. Okay. So I understand you guys are not usually able to hear when I'm editing videos. So let's see. I've got some sort of media I can put up. Oh, wait a minute. I deleted that actually so that you could hear it a little bit better. So really quick, let me... fuck. Let me turn that down. So, quick question. Tell me how you guys can hear this in relation to my speaking voice. I want your guys' input. How the hell are you? Time for another all... I'm not going to create a long drawn-out intro because there's a couple things I want to talk to you about. Firstly, as you can see behind me, we are streaming this process live right now on twitch.tv/ArnoldPlaysGuitar. Something I've mentioned in a few other videos. I'm going to keep mentioning it here because ever since I... Check. Level check. Without proper employment, I guess. In addition to... Are you guys able to at least sort of kind of hear this? Yep, alright. Alright, cool. Then this will be fine. We can get some shit done today. Alright, so firstly, let's line this shit up. So, I've got my little... that I use to sort of line everything up right here. It's a little off. Much better. Hey guys, how the hell are you? Time. All right. And now, what I do a couple things. First of all, I do have a little bit of post stuff that's going on in the Logic profile. Hey guys, how the hell are you? Time for another all new... And that's doing a fair amount to make this sound awesome, but I've recently discovered this plugin in Final Cut Pro, Voice Over Enhancement. So watch what happens when I... If you can hear it, watch what happens when I add it. Hey guys, how the hell are you? Time for another all-new IFAC video. Thank you so much for tuning in. We've got a lot to go... Did you hear how it all of a sudden got a little bit crisper and also a little bit richer? That's a beautiful thing, man. Gotta love that shit. So one of the things I also do is on the audio file when I'm speaking... I come up here to the equalizer and I always bring down 16 kilohertz, about 3 decibels, and that gets rid of the really shitty sibilance. So that actually helps immensely. Let's shrink this down. And now we need another transition there. I always do fade to color at the beginning. Hey guys. And yes, I'm fully aware that that twitch.tv thing is right there. I'm going to move it in just a second. And that's actually a little bit too much there. Let's shorten that. Much better. Time for another all-new IFAC video. Thank you so much for tuning in. We've got a create a long drawn-out intro because there's a couple things I want to talk to you about. Firstly, as you can see behind me, we are streaming this process live right now on Twitch. There's that. Twitch.tv/Arnold Plays Guitar. Something I've mentioned in a few other videos, I'm going to keep mentioning it here because ever since I've been without employment, without proper employment, I guess, in addition to looking for a new career path and applying at jobs and interviewing, I've been streaming honestly pretty much every single day. The music production, the video editing, all sorts of cool stuff, checking out the new gear that's been coming in. So if you want to see like firsthand how we actually do this whole process here, the behind the scenes workings, but if you also want to get the first look at the gear that we are reviewing on this channel, the Twitch stream is where you need to do it. Twitch.tv/Arnold Plays Guitar. Please give me a follow, give me a sub, every little bit helps. The second thing I wanted to talk to you about really quick is, guys, I have an idea for the next IFAC video. This could completely blow up in my face. This could completely be a failure. But I want to give it a shot just so that we can try something a little different. What I would like is I would like a theme to the next IFAC video. So I'm going to ask you guys in the comment section below, please submit questions that you may or may not have pertaining to the YouTube channel itself. Maybe how I run my YouTube. Please submit questions that you may or may not have pertaining to the YouTube channel itself. Maybe how I run my YouTube. Maybe how I do a few things behind the scenes. That's fine. Maybe how, like, what are my thoughts on the process of video editing or stuff like that? What are my thoughts on the current state of YouTube? Whatever. Throw me some YouTube-related questions and YouTube channel-related questions. A little bit less about the gear. We'll get back to the normal questions on the next IFAC video. Gotta edit right there. I'm getting a little bit better at just using the hotkeys. Normal questions on the next IFAC video probably, but I just have an idea. Let's do a themed one. So let me bring this over here a little bit so that my wrist is resting. Okay. I'll talk to you about. First, the second thing I wanted to talk it helps. The second thing I wanted to talk to you about really quick is, guys, I have an idea for the next IFAC video. This could I know, I caught that, Professor, and you look, you're not all right. You guys are not tuning in to me because I'm like this super intelligent guy. You're tuning in to me because I'm real as shit and I'm dumb. So let's just cut all pretense out. I'm not I'm not exactly the most intelligent motherfucker on the planet. So for the next IFAC video, this could completely blow up in my face. This could completely be a failure. But I want to give it a shot just so that we can try something a little different. What I would like is I would like a theme. What I would like is I would like a theme. The eloquence. Video. So I'm going to ask you guys in the comment section below, please submit questions that you may or may not have pertaining to the YouTube channel itself. Maybe how I run my YouTube. Maybe how I do a few things behind the scenes. That's fine. Maybe how on the process of like, what are my thoughts on the process of video editing or stuff like that? How, like, what are my thoughts on the maybe maybe like, what are my thoughts on the process of video editing or stuff like that? What are my thoughts on the current state? What are you talking about, full stack? This is not. Hold on 1 second. All right. We're not discussing that at all in this chat, as this is a metal guitar related chat. So no, I'm contemplating this comment that just came through on the. There's Dan. You know what? I'm just gonna do that. Like, all right. This is the only thing I'm gonna say about it. I don't want any commentary about it in either of the chats, okay? So, if you're gonna, like, please, 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 if you have any sort of political commentary, shut the fuck up. No one cares. And you absolutely do not need to unleash that shit in a comment section for a live stream that is music related. Like, that is such a regardless of what you believe, regardless of what I believe, regardless of whose side I'm on or you guys are on, that makes absolutely zero fucking sense to come on to, like, a chat section and start in with that shit. Like, especially here where it has no place. So, we're playing some kick-ass metal guitar stuff. We're editing some videos so we can post it later. So for you to just come in and start to chime in with whatever related to the election, it's woefully inappropriate. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Now we're going to fucking move on. We're going to get back to this video. Exactly. By the way, those of you guys that are following or that are watching on YouTube, please, I would definitely recommend find me on twitch.tv/ArnoldPlaysGuitar. Give me a follow, give me a sub. Every little bit helps. And I very, very much appreciate the love. Exactly. It was a total non sequitur. Anyways, that's it. Let's move on. State of YouTube, whatever. Throw me some YouTube related questions and YouTube channel related questions. A little bit less about the gear. We'll get back to the normal questions on the next IFAQ video probably, but I just have an idea. Let's do a themed one. So hit me with those questions below. And now, without much more delay, the first question. Alright, need my intro card. Or not my intro card, but I need my backdrop. Alright, and I always do a different little overlay for the backdrop every single video. Let's see what we're going to do this time. That's interesting. We've never done that before. Let's do it. Let's also... I just had a thought here. There we go. That's not going to give anybody a headache. All right. Dee. I would, but I don't actually have a valid license for the Omega plugin any longer is the thing. Like, when... Oh, who dat? You just tipped how fucking much?
Keep slaying it.
You just tipped how fucking much? You just tipped how fucking much? Jesus Christ, everyone. Holy Christ on a crutch. Could almost buy a set of bass tricks with that. Oh shit, that is the fucking hilarious. Oh my god, that's awesome. Oh my god, that is great. That is fucking hilarious, dude. Dude, alright? For real. Blood Twinkie, that is... Whew, that's ridiculous. That is... Damn. Damn. Shit, that's maybe Hobbs into DA. Yeah, we can do a little bit of that in a little bit here. Absolutely, we can do that. We can also do Hobbs into some of the other plugins too to see what happens with that. I'm kind of curious about something with the Hobbs actually. Dude, now what? Oh my god. I think I'm gonna crack this sucker open and check the battery in it because I kind of feel like the battery might be starting to die. Holy shit. Hi Russell, welcome back. God damn, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I'm sorry guys, I've kind of stopped working on what I was working on for just a moment because that just hit me like a brick in the fucking chest. Jesus Christ on a bike. Are you shitting me right now? God damn, dude, that is awesome. You missed somebody doing like probably this. I think that's actually the single biggest tip that I've gotten since I've started doing these streams about 3.5 weeks ago. That was insane. And you can actually still see it up at the top. If you look up at the top where it says session top tipper, Blood Twinkie just so took that mantle for real. Holy fuck balls. God damn, man. All right. Oh yeah, that was insane. Yeah, he pulled a pro gamer move. Is exactly what he did. Like, whew. All right. Let me steal myself away, and let's get back to work.
Hey Arnold, question.
Okay. That would be this one.
Hey Arnold, question. Does your studio space have soundproofing like panels or foam? Love your riffs, dude. By the way, that amp sounds so good, I'm drooling over here.
All right, we're gonna get this shit done. And we're gonna try to get it done quickly so we can play some brutes. How about that?
Dude, how do you think I... One. So hit me with those questions below, and now, without much more delay, the first question. Hey Arnold, question. Does your studio space have soundproofing like panels or foam? Love your riffs, dude. By the way, that amp sounds so good, I'm drooling over here. Dude, how do you think I feel? I own it. It sounds fucking legit. Dude, it's funny. I've given a lot of thought to getting soundproofing materials for this room, but every single time that I give thought to acoustically treating it, I just never really follow through with it. I never make that purchase. I never hit any company up to see what I can get. There's even been a few times where I've thought, hey, what if I get like an acoustic panel that's an art piece and just have my logo on it? Like before I got this Vader cab that's got my logo on it, that's what I was seriously considering doing. Putting like an art piece of acoustic foam up there that has my logo on it, big and bold and in your face, so that way that would show through as like a backdrop for a lot of these videos. But just never done it. And I'll be honest with you, man, the type of stuff that I do, and I kind of feel like a lot more attitude and aggression goes into the material, not so much fine tuning. So if that makes any sense, like I feel like the end result from the recordings and the mixes and the masters kind of reflects that too. I kind of feel like what I do comes through on those end recordings, the end results, a little bit more organically than if I was to sit here in a perfectly awesome, acoustically treated studio environment. So I know that sounds like I'm just kind of bullshitting my way into say, you know what, I'm just lazy and I don't want to put up the stuff, but you know, whatever. If it's something that I gotta knee jerk myself into as saying like, hey, this is how I justify it, then fuck it, that's what I'm doing. But I kind of really like the end result that I'm getting for the YouTube and all the streaming services and the Bandcamp and whatever else. So I don't really feel the need to put up any sort of acoustic treatment, to be honest.
Dude, Blood Twinkie for real. That was like that was so goddamn unexpected and very very much appreciated, man. You just paid my water bill. For real. Dude, likewise, Arpeggio, thank you so goddamn much. I appreciate you. Like, oh god. Like that really, like, you have no idea how much that made my day, Blood Twinkie. That, whoo boy, that's fucking rad.
Any sort of acoustic treatment, to be honest. Nice review, just
Oh, this asshole.
it sounds like you're doing a commercial or paid programming show the way you talk, LOL. My friend, I am so happy that you feel that way. It's speaks volumes that you compliment me for my eloquence and for the fact that I use proper enunciation.
This one, I loved just being a little bit of a jackass back to him. That was great.
Nice review, just it sounds like you're doing a commercial or paid programming show the way you talk, LOL. My friend, I am so happy that you feel that way. It speaks volumes that you compliment me for my eloquence and for the fact that I use proper enunciation and alliteration and that I speak slowly and clearly and I try to get my point across in the most intelligent of fashion, even though I just said, So, for you to compliment me on such a professional and refined delivery of my lines, which by the way are not lines, I'm just coming up with this shit on the top of my head, I very much appreciate that, sir. So for those of you out there, if you know of anyone that is looking for voiceover actors, someone who can speak as eloquently and professionally as I am right now, please tell them to hit me up because I am very, very much open for those opportunities.
I'm kind of damn pleased with myself that I came up with that answer on the top of my head. And Professor, no, that is definitely not a Rockford accent. Dan will attest to this. A Rockford accent is, duh, I'm super smart because I've never left my hometown. Duh. That's a Rockford accent.
Because I am very, very much open for those opportunities. Have you tried the Line 6?
So in that respect, the Rockford accent sounds very, very much like one of the big thugs that follows around the little mafia boss in like the old Warner Brothers cartoons. Nope.
Have you tried the Line 6 Shuriken? For tuning options, it's like the Swiss Army knife of guitars, LOL.
What, McLeod? You tell me, McLeod. What? What? Okay.
Guitars, LOL. That might be so, but at the same time, it's like the pip farting on a snare drum of guitar tones. Jesus Christ, the one time that I've actually played a Line 6 Shuriken, I was hoping...
Holy balls!
Tip goal, innuendo possibly intended.
God damn, dude. Holy shit, you guys. This is awesome. Tip goal achieved. Well, shit. That is... Oh, God. Look at that emote ejaculation all over the screen. Damn, dude. That... Oh, fuck. You guys are really helping me out at the moment that I needed it the most. This is... Holy shit. That is insane to me right now. Hold on, I'm just screen capping something super fast here. God damn, dude. That is... God damn, you guys are really making me feel the love right now. Remember yesterday when I was talking about how I kind of really want to do this full time because this is seriously something where it honestly just makes me feel so much fucking better than how I felt at like working retail and shit like that. This is the kind of shit I'm referring to. Not only are we having like a holy fuck, really? More?
Y-E-T.
Yeet! God damn. Like, oh. Jesus Christ, dude. I am touched by this. Yeah, I'm gonna have a tip stroke, alright. Holy fuck balls. That is insane. Holy shit. Like, you guys are so making my goddamn day. Fuck, dude. That is... I feel seriously loved right now. God damn, that just makes me feel so fucking good about what we're doing here. Jesus Christ, dude. Like, I don't even know what to say. It's like, fuck, what am I... Oh, damn. Oh. God damn, that just... Oh, that's just... I don't know what to say, man. That is awesome. That is so awesome.
Jesus Christ, the one time that I've actually played a Line 6 Shuriken, I was holding the thing going like, okay, it's built nice. You know, you can obviously tell it's made in the same place where like the Solars and the Washburns are built, that it's built really solid with some nice appointments for the money. And if it was just like a $700 instrument with an EMG or a Fishman in it, it would be fucking legit. But because of all the weird, goofy stuff that's inside it, it sounds like fucking raw ass. And for that reason, I fucking hate it. It sounds terrible. Just awful. And yeah, it might suit a certain purpose with being able to get all these different tunings, but if you're sacrificing the tone, who gives a shit? Buy more guitars.
Point. Alright, so with that, I just wrapped up that question. And now, since I'm getting so many donations now, I'm going to put it out to you guys that just blasted me with that shit. What do you guys want? Do you want me to keep editing the video, or do you want me to flip on an amp and get some ridiculous brutes going? Man, with how fluid my situation is, I don't know about actually treating myself right now. I think if anything, it might be something along the lines of maybe buying a new lens cap since I can't find it. No, seriously, what happened to... Hello, where's my lens cap? Somewhere, right? Well, fuck me running. Okay, so I actually don't know where... Oh, there it is. Sorry, it's just this is the only actual lens I have for this camera. So I'm trying not to break it. Alright. You know what? We're gonna flip on an amp. Let's do some brutes. Jesus Christ, man. We're gonna close this out. We've got to a good stopping point. And we're gonna load this up again. Okay, bear with me 2 shakes, guys. I am going to... Yeah, fuck, we're gonna write a song. You know what? That's what we're gonna do today. We are gonna write a goddamn song. Because I am fucking stoked as shit right now. So we're gonna write a song and come up with something. New from template. Close, save, yes. Okay, we are gonna turn on my baby. Alright. Gonna load up this template. I'm gonna get something more to drink. Blood Twinkie, Brett, and oh my god. Like my mind is so fucking that I'm just like, what the fuck? Like I can't even remember any fucking thing. McLeod. Dude, I'm sorry, man. Like, my mind is literally going, like, this is ridiculous. Okay, we're gonna write some tunes today. Just be fucking cuz. I'm gonna really quick take my empty downstairs, get a replenishment one, because now at this point, all right, we've got Blood Twinkie, we've got McLeod, we've got Brett. Just has totally brightened up my fucking day. I'm gonna get another energy drink and we're gonna keep fucking going. We're gonna write some brutes. Yeah, you broke me is what happened. So give me just 2 quick shakes, guys. Gonna take a pee break and get some beverages. You fucking shitting me? All right. Wow, dudes. Let's get some air in here. All right. All right. Warlock it is. Let's put this in here. Keep this cool. Holy shit, what a day. Hey, Professor, take it easy, man. At this rate, I'm going to try to keep doing this all day. All right. Let's load up some tones. Okay, first things first. My typical preset that I go to. This has been preset has been working out awesome. So we're going to stick with that. No, come on. God damn it, loading weird. I know. Shut the fuck up. All right, so the presets that we are loading up right now in 2 Notes Torpedo Wall of Sound. I have this preset that I had for the Dover versus High Wad video, and it has greatly become my new favorite preset, especially when... What the fuck? Hold on. This is not a mic that works with this cab, so what the fuck is going on here? All right, weird. Let's give that a shot. Unless they just changed some shit. Like right now. Hey, Dark Panther, how you doing? So, like, remember how earlier we were talking about what would my dream archetype neural DSP plugin be? This is the reason why I do not need a fucking dual rec in that archetype. It's because I've got the Dover, and that is getting me my saturated high gain tone. Flat the fuck out. I mean, how can you not... Oh, dude, Dark Panther, I'm on fucking cloud 9 right now, and I am so not shitting. So we are gonna work on a whole bunch of stuff. We've decided that we are foregoing our previous plans, and we are instead... Why did I do that? We are instead going to write a little bit. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Get out of here. I know. There we go. So what is happening that this is like... It's literally loading up mics that normally this doesn't have. What the fuck? It's loading. Sorry. Okay. Now all is right with the world. Sorry. When I set up my Superior Drummer, do I route everything to a separate channel, just have everything in one spot? All in one. I used to route everything to like individual channels. Like I had 7 channels that I would bus out from the program, but honestly now I just try to get a really good tone inside the mix and just call it. So like Superior Drummer is only going through this one channel right now. Like it's got some stuff that's going out to a few different buses, but that's just something from like a preset, I want to say. But for the most part, no, I've got a few nice little presets pulled up here, or with the various plugins, giving me some absolutely badass tones. Hold on just one second, guys. Okay, hold on just one second. Someone's at my front door. Elise, Helix just added the HM2. That's awesome. Let's load up a little something, something, shall we? Not that fucking fast. And I think we should do something old school as fuck today. I've got this thing set up in B standard. So we're gonna play something super down-tuned. We've got to do something old school as fuck today. For sure, for sure. Not that slow. Let's try 220. Oh, I need to be able to hear the click. Hey Dan, are you still in the chat? McLeod, as far as like finding a place with a job, like if you're really hard up, you can apply a true green if there's a true green in your area. they're kind of always hiring. And even though it's commission based and pounding the pavement, if you just need a job, there's a thought. Whatever happened to the Balaguer guitar? So the Balaguer guitar has been sold for a while because although I really liked that instrument and it was built well, there were a few things about it that I didn't gel with so much, as far as it being like my ultimate super strat. So it's not to say that Balaguer is a bad brand at all. Quite the contrary. I am about to order something else. Hopefully. So that is coming up very, very shortly. All right. Well, yeah, it wasn't Joe's fault. Like, it was just something where, like, that particular instrument and I, like, didn't really gel so much because of a few things on it. But, you know, it was what it was. It was a badass instrument. Definitely getting another Balaguer at some point, though, for sure. Really quick, someone in the YouTube chat is asking me a particular question, and I am going to link him to something. Someone in the YouTube chat was asking if I would ever review a Halo. I actually did at the beginning of last year. So I am linking that video right now so you guys can check it out. Halo has completely turned themselves around, and that was honestly a joy to play on. So to the point where, like, if I ever like, although their body shapes don't really, like, do a lot for me, they have mentioned that they are able to do a little bit of clones here or there. It brings up some interesting points about, what could I have them build for me? Something that is discontinued, maybe. So, something that I need to be aware of going forward. That was pretty cool, so much so I wish I was recording that. Something like that. All right, so Andrew, like, it's cool. Like, I get it that not everyone's gonna pay attention to all the videos that I put out. So, but yeah, it's like, they got in touch with me. They sent me a really, really kick-ass instrument to check out, and it was a beast, and it was kind of fucking perfect, to be honest with you. Way more interesting to me. Alright, real quick. A while back I reached out to Halo about getting my pickups and the guitars. Didn't hear anything back for like 6 months or so. They got an email and a phone call out of the blue from them. They had this artist doing some all-out crazy build and wanted to use one of my pickups in the middle position between two bare knuckles. 3 hum 8-string multi-scale guitars, so I talked to them about it, talked to the R Steven, we come up with a plan. I send them the invoice for the pickups. They never paid the invoice, and they asked me some other question a couple months later about making changes to the pickup or some, but nothing ever came of it. I ultimately canceled the invoice. Shit. How long ago was this? All right, so I'm liking that, which is why we're deleting it. you can play it better than that. I need a better riff to come after that. Like that one. All right. Something like that. Something like that. Damn. I mean, Adam, would you like me to bring it up with them? So with True Green, what it would be is like you show up at the office in the morning to like kind of figure out like what your route is for the day, and then you do have to have a valid driver's license with a clean driving record, but then like you actually drive to the locations that you're supposed to be working out in, and you basically pound the pavement a little bit. It's one of those types of jobs. But they do pay commission. The base pay is actually pretty decent. The base pay is a good enough living wage in most instances. But they do have a competitive base pay structure. It's definitely better base plus commission than what Macy's offers. I have reviewed a bass before. I reviewed a Schecter Euro 5, or Schecter, wow, a Spectre Euro 5 a long time ago. There is more bass content coming up in the future because a lot of people have asked me for it, actually. But it's just one of those things where I don't get a lot of call for it until recently. Recently, a lot of people have been asking for it. I would love to get some more basses on the channel, but also a lot of bass companies don't really respond to my emails. So we'll have to see. I've got an interesting bass video coming up here pretty soon because you guys essentially bought me a bass a few months back. So I ordered one, and that's going to be a very, very cool video. You like all you guys that click on like my affiliate links in the YouTube descriptions, that actually ended up adding up to a bit of money that I was able to put towards a really, really kick-ass bass. So something very, very cool is coming. Should be here in early December. I need a really, really kick-ass riff for that to go into. Damn. Damn it. Hit the first chord right, dumbass. Alright, I'm just going to get that first riff down. And now. there's riff 1. What am I doing? Cool fill to start off with. Okay, and now. Sorry guys, I have to get this. All right, dudes. Sorry about that. So, as you guys saw from the call that came in there, and by the way, I apologize for that. I thought I had gotten it set up to where when I get a call or a text, it shows up on my other screen, not the main one. So I apologize that you guys saw that. So I do have a sort of position lined up now, but at the same time, it's not like an ideal setup for me. It's not an ideal thing that I necessarily want to do any more than others. Like the other jobs that I've been applying for have been way more what I'm looking for, but this one just kind of came up and like, okay, let me at least get something so that I can have something ready to go at a certain point. So that's what that is. And I don't start officially till the end of the month, but at least there's something lined up to where I can actually have a steady source of income again. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see if it goes, because honestly, this is, if today is any indication about what I am to expect going forward with like streaming, and I know that that's a dangerous assumption to make, then I mean, I don't know if I don't know what's going to come of that, if I'm going to even keep that. I am still applying other places though too that are much more interesting and much more what I'm actually looking for. So if that makes any sense. All right, anyways, let's get back to this. Make some brutes, make some metals, yeah. Actually, you know what? How about this? So we're coming up on 3 hours here. We have a significant lack of viewers on both platforms, on the YouTube and also on the Twitch right now. So how about this? How about we take a little bit of a break, and then we can come back, start a new stream in a little bit, all right? So for that right now, like the YouTube section, I'm going to say thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're going to end the stream here. Remember, like this, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and as always, take what you do seriously. Do not take yourself too seriously.